Come here, dude. Oh, happy Sunday, Copper. Ooh. Ding. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome in. It's another beautiful day. Man. But yeah, I hope you're all having a great Sunday. You know, wherever you are in this big, beautiful world, either it be morning, evening, afternoon, wherever. Hope you're having a good day. What do you think, Mr. Copper Dog? Is it a good day? Yeah, it's a real good day. It's been productive so far. I got some stuff I'm excited to show you. We're going to build some stuff. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one, isn't it, buddy? Hey, Matt, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. You're early. Who's out there, buddy? He's all like at attention. Oh, not anymore. Now, of course, he changes up. What are you doing? What are you working on? Evening here, Mr. Copper Dog. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's better. That's better. Sup, William? Hey, welcome in. Let me grab some coffee. Yeah, we're going to be working on some stuff, building some stuff, talking about some stuff. Shoot. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys think? It's sunny in Oregon. I know. Like all of our weather got pushed east. Funny how that works, isn't it? Yeah, like we haven't had a spot of rain or nothing. It's been sunny and warm. It's very weird beginning to our February. Happy February 1st, by the way. Workshop extension. Woo! A little nippy, but we'll be forging in no time, so that'll help out a lot. You got 11 inches and oh boy, North Carolina, that is gnarly. It's a lot of snow. Yeah, send some back. Send us some this way. It's been it's been beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's wintertime. I want some storms. Where are you at? Generally, I don't want to see any specifics, but where are you at? Where it's also warm. You on the west as well? Hey, it's Scout. So good to see you, my friend. I wish I could. Yeah. I bet, just keep trying. Just keep trying. You'll get there. Ooh, you need a spectacular door? I happen to know a good door guy. I definitely specialize in portals. Doors are fun. Doors are very fun. They kind of change you a little bit as you walk through them. You know what I mean? Yeah, in Open Oregon, so west. Very good. I don't know what happens if I bring my menu down, but if something does happen, I promise I'll be right back. I got to check something. Does anything happen? Let us sound off in the chat. I want to know. Does something happen? Because I had to turn my brightness up because it's getting sunny out. Oh, and we got people shuffling in. Very good. I want one warm sunshine here in the southmost part of the UK. Don't you worry. It'll be coming. This place is cool. Oh, yeah. Shuffle in. This place is cool. Pour yourself something warm and cozy. Let's have ourselves a chat. I'll be firing up the forges here in a minute, and I'll show you what I'll be building here in a quick second, actually. Hey, good morning. Oh, it's good. It's good to see you. I love seeing those members, man. It's so cool because their anvil lights up. Their anvil gets hotter and hotter. What is your job? Not talking and yapping. I'm a blacksmith, an artistic one, so I make crazy banisters. I forge hot steel. And speaking of forged hot steel, do you remember 2 weeks ago, we were talking about that funny little farrier's forge, that little coal forge? Well, I got it working really good. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab it. Check out this cute little farrier's forge. I'll bring you over here. There you are. Look at here. So, This is a little coal forge, and it's cute. It's all cast iron, so it's old. Probably maybe 100 years old, but I got it working really, really nice. Listen to her purr, right? And it's blowing, it's blowing air really nice. So that means I could forge with this thing right now. I could 100% just light this thing up and, work some steel, which actually cleaned up really easily. You have a huge overdrive that spins a lot of air through this hole in the middle. So you got your pot. This is kind of all fire pot. There's not really a hearth. A hearth is where you pile up your coal and so on and so forth. I don't want to bore you guys with too many details. Purr, right? Yeah, right. It's got a lovely little mechanical sound to it. And, but today, so if I would just start a fire in this thing and forge some hot steel, a lot of my coal would just drop down into the blowhole. Like this blowhole. We're not talking whales here, but this is where the air comes blowing up into the fire pot. So what we need is a grate. A grate. We're gonna make a grate. And this is probably someone's great nephew's. So it's a great. Sorry, it's Sunday. I'm feeling silly. Ooh, that is an excellent question. How does it not melt? Don't cast iron melt. Do you guys want to talk about fire and how all of that kind of works in a coal forge? So all coal forges, for the most part, were cast iron. Because it was very, you could replicate it really easily. But it's so brittle and it's hardy stuff. It's pretty tough until you meet its limitations, right? And the reason it doesn't melt is because it's below all the heat. All that oxygen is coming up from underneath, blowing up, and all of this steel, like the fire pot, is below all of that heat that's coming through, because you have to have the fuel on the opposite side of the oxygen coming through, and then whatever you're working with, your bar of steel, what have you, your horseshoe or something, that gets hot because it's above the fire source, the actual fuel that's heating this thing up. If it's on the air side of things, yeah, it's gonna get warm. You're not gonna be able to touch it, but I'll tell you what, it's not gonna melt. And what we're gonna be building today is in fact a consumable part. The rest of this stuff will last forever. But that thing where the rubber really meets the road, actually that's a perfect analogy. Where the rubber meets the road, it's almost like changing your tires on your car. You don't have to just buy a new car once the rubber goes bad. But this is definitely something that I'll have to replace 5-10 years. And I have a big coal forge. This is just a little guy. So I'll probably use this one very rarely. So I'll probably never have to replace it. To be, Yeah, it's below the heat. It's almost like the difference of what was that, Armageddon? When Billy Bob Thornton creates the analogy of, it's like lighting a firecracker on the palm of your hand, burn your hand. But if you wrap your hand around it, boom, it's not in the harm's way. It's below it. Ooh, here we go. Have you done the Aquarius constellation yet? I haven't been online for a while and I've been excited for it. Ooh, are you an Aquarius? Are you an Aquarius? Is that why you're waiting? But to answer your question, yeah. I have yet to compile all of my footage. I've yet to kind of get it all together. It's a lot of editing. It's a whole lot of editing, and I'm excited to get it to you. But yeah, still in the editing phase. My birthday was the 29th. Well, happy late birthday. Holy crap. Congrats. Hope you had a good one. How's the Gate and Banners? The Gate and Banners. First of all, it's a great tavern name. But the Gate and Banners, I don't know what you're talking about. Am I missing something? Did I say something I've totally forgotten? Because that happens, trust me. Do I have a Switch? No, like the gaming console sort of thing? No, I don't have a Switch. But I do PC game. I do a lot of Minecraft. I just like to build. You know, I just have to always be building. And Minecraft is just a great way to like exercise that creative juice, you know? Yeah, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be forging a grate so that our clinkers will, so another thing, this doesn't have a clinker breaker. And what a clinker breaker does, coal has a lifespan, right? It starts, should I grab you some? Do you wanna see it? Ooh, yeah, like water cooled. That's cool. That's fancy. Yeah. No, this is gonna be super basic, and I might use this little coal forge as like an on-site, almost like a rivet forge. You know, where I can get some ties hot. I can get some bands, some captures. I can get some rivets cooking for on-site installations. That would be pretty cool. I would love to have that capability. So this little forge is actually gonna get some good use. I'm just glad I got it up and running. This thing was completely seized when I got it. And now she's purring like a kitten. All right, I'll grab some coal so I can show you. Grab me like the 3 life cycles. Oh yeah, okay. Now, all right. Grab your little cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whatever you've got. And it's here we go. A little bit of crash course for coal. Coal has 3 primary lifespans, okay? Like stages, almost like a caterpillar or frog or something like that. It metamorphoses, right? Ooh, the glass gate and the horse banner you were making. Gotcha. Yeah, so the horse banner is on hold because I'm building a lot of other stuff. I've been in a lot of meetings, got some really cool work coming down the line to you. So, beginning things off, from the earth, coal. It's like a rock, right? It's like a rock, it breaks up, it's pretty brittle stuff, but within this piece of coal is so much potential energy. It's crazy, crazy amount of energy. And when you burn that, a lot of these oils and things like that are consumed. And then you eventually get to something kind of puffy and light. It's light and puffy, and this is coke. This is what you primarily are burning in a coal forge. I like to start with coal because I have all of that lifespan. A lot of people will just go from coke to clinker. I like to go from coal to coke to clinker, okay? Now this is a clinker, and this is the dirty business of blacksmithing. So this is a clinker. It's like glass. It's like carbon glass, and it's just bad. And it saps all, and it's gooey like honey. And then it crystallizes, and it just chokes down your coal forge, and you got to pull them out as you're working. It's just no good. So a lot of coal forges have a clinker breaker that breaks these up, and you flush it down like the ash pit. Okay, let's get rid of that. But this doesn't have one. So we're gonna be the clinker breaker when we're utilizing this forge. So even these big pieces of coal and coke would fall right down the hole of this fire pot. So we need to build that grate. So that's what we're gonna do today. I also go for coal. Nice. Yeah, it's good to have all of that fuel. And if you really need to get some heat, like if you're forging something big like 3-inch bar or 1-inch, big chunk of 1-inch plate or something like that. It's so nice to get a good coke fire going and then get a handful of fresh green coal, throw it in that pot and cover it. And man, that fire is going to get lit. So freaking hot, you can damn near hit 3,000 degrees. You always wanted to try this? Matt, you should totally get into it. You know, like I teach classes. I also have an online apprenticeship. So wherever you are in the world, you can just sign in. It's cheap. And you have constant access to me. I love answering you guys' questions. It actually has turned into a really amazing community of, makers and forgers. And it's just so cool. People from all walks of life, all around the world. It's a really neat thing, and I'd love to meet you and get to know you. We do Zoom meetings, and I do different lessons every month. It's great. But what's neat about it is you don't have to become a professional blacksmith to learn blacksmithing. It's just another tool in your toolbox. Healthy? Well, thank you. It's usually always getting burned and stuff, so I'm grateful for that. Okay, so first I want to make a template because we're gonna cut this thing out. Do I make a template or I just go straight to steel? That's the question. Well, let's make a template because I'll show you guys my process for making templates. I'll be right back. Let's go here maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? And I'm gonna grab some cardboard, a compass, maybe a ruler. Yeah. I think between these tools, we can make this happen. Yeah. And what's nice is I got my work right here, so I can it's nice when you create a workstation for yourself that's nice and efficient. I feel like there's just so much creativity just creating a workstation. You know what I mean? Let's get down. All right, so the hole we're trying to cover up with this grate is about 3 inches. So I'm going to start with an 1.5 inch radius on my compass. All right, just a good old standard compass. Yeah, and that looks good. And I'm also going to put a little bit of a dish, a convex dish on this thing so that when clinkers do arrive, they want to create like a donut around this thing, kind of tearing away from my fire pot, so I still have air. If it's flat, a lot of times they'll just sit and clog it up. If I put a little bit of a dome towards it, I'm hoping that the clinkers will kind of slough off and still maintain my central air coming out the middle. Very, very steampunk. Steampunk is so inspired by all this technology. Absolutely. You on that curly hair method? No, just born this way. I wish this was on purpose because maybe then I could teach somebody how to do it. But it's just it. Justin Ross, oh God. Dude, your artwork is getting insane, man. Very proud of you. But today, I got this cute little farrier's forge, right? And I got it working. Got it all tuned in and working nice, purring like a kitten, this thing. But it's just got a wide open hole into the firebox. So I'm going to make a neat little grate. We're going to forge a little grate today. First, I'm going to cut some out of 1/4 inch mild steel. And then I'll get my hole assembly after I put a little dome in it. So we're going to be punching some holes. We're going to be cutting. It's going to be a neat, nice, easy little day. What's a compass? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, make circles bigger for a con. Yes, that's a really good point. So when you make something, domed or either convexed convexed or concaved, steel is going to stretch a little bit, as I forge it, but it's going to actually be shrinking more than anything. So let's take like the distance between my fingertips, right? Doesn't matter what that distance is. We just know it's a distance. And as I put a little bit of a dome in this thing, like I'm going to do, my fingertips come together. That shrinks that dimension a little bit. So that's a really good point. So, the whole in actuality is about 2.5, but the interior of the hardware that I'm going to utilize to attach this thing is like 3.5. So I'm kind of splitting the difference with 3. Might go 3.25, because I need to leave enough room for this flange to sit flat. Good point. Very good point. I did mention it. But yeah, like there's a lot of theory when it comes to blacksmithing because you're constantly dealing with that type of geometry. Shapes, material constantly moving and and shifting on you. You know what I mean? Hi from the UK. Welcome. Good evening to you. I hope you have a little cup of tea that you're sipping on. We're over here firing things up in the morning. All right, let's make our circle. And I'm going to make sure I really burn in that center mark because we're also going to have a line through this thing. Oh, steady now. All right. And, I could get, maybe I'll put in, we'll do that later on. I was thinking about, creating a layout for all our holes, but I think I'll just do that honeycomb style in the moment when I'm punching this stuff hot. But let's get ourselves a nice little center line. And this is for our flange because it looks like these two are in line. Our hardware that's holding the blower to the bottom of the fire pot. We're going to utilize that bolt layout to attach our grate. It's using what you got at your disposal. You know what I mean? Because this thing did not have a grate on it, which isn't great. We're just gonna put like kind of create like Saturn, right? Now, when it comes to making templates, when it comes to making your templates, I use a very specific type of cardboard. Any cardboard will do, you don't have to use this stuff. But I like RAM board, right? You can see a little bit of the label. Well, it's backwards for you guys, but RAM board. And it comes in a great big roll, and what it is, it's a floor protection. It's floor protection. But what I like about it is it doesn't stretch, right? It's nice and rigid, and it's flexible, plus it's not perforated. You get really inaccurate really fast when you have really thick, puffy cardboard. It's really dense, and it's nice and flat. There comes with a little bit of challenge because since it comes in a roll, it comes with memory. So when you're starting your templates and stuff like that, they're always going to have a little bit of memory of the roll. So you got to kind of work that out a little bit, but that's okay. That's what she said. Hey, that's what she said to me. All right, now we're going to leave our flange what we call wild because I don't know how big of a dome I want to put on this thing. I'm going to kind of do it by eye. I'm going to use my intuition, which changes our layout for that hardware, those bolts, right? So I'm going to leave it blank, and I'm going to drill them after the piece is completely done, cooled, so on and so forth. But I'm going to give it a kind of a guess. The layout is going to be about 4. So I'm going to find my center, and I'm going to give it a guess, leaving plenty of material to run wild. What am I making? I'm making a grate for this cute little coal forge. Let's just stick 1/2 inch on either side. It's going to be pretty tight. So like for instance, there's 4. You see my very small little marks right there, boom and boom. It's pretty tight, especially close to the dome, because I need this flange to sit nice and flat. I don't want any material sneaking up underneath. Mullet? No, I just got it tied back. But that would be pretty rad. And I'm gonna give myself a good, let's see here. I'm gonna give it a good 1/2 inch on either side. So it'll be in total, I got 5-inch total part. Ooh, so now this is where we can have some fun. We can have some fun here with like just design. And I think having fun is just really good practice. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find square, just using the compass. You know, that's why it's good practice, is because you get good at it. And, you know, I'm always practicing, and my God, nailed that. All right, so what I did was I found square, right? Used my compass, kind of eyeballed it, but now I got those two X's on either side of my center point, and I can now pull square, right? Boom. Easy. Easy peasy. Simple geometry, guys. Now, from that square, we're going to get fancy, okay? So where that circle intersects, we're gonna pull where we got our mark. I'm actually really curious what that'll look like. Ooh, I like it. Do I like it? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Because I was thinking I could do something like that. Like the radius, leaving all of this flange wild out there. And that's kind of like a cool iris situation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys? So on that layout, you know, our bullets will probably be somewhere in this sort of general direction. You know what I mean? But I don't know. What am I making? Ooh. I got it. I got it. I don't like those corners, those points. But here's the real point of it. Here we go. Come here. I gotta make some adjustments to my compass. So we're just doing some general design and layout. Do I like that? Or where I guessed it would be. Oh, see, there it is. You know, the magic of design is when things start really working out. And it all just comes down to your compass. You can do so much with it. All right, so this is like our layout for the grape. Let me get it to where there's no glare on there for you. Right, rounded those edges out. That'll be our flange, that'll be flat. This will be our general dish, all right, our dome. Let's cut that thing out, and then we'll cut it out of steel. Let's see here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a pair of scissors. I need a Bluetooth compass? What is that? What does that entail? A Bluetooth compass? What does that even mean? I'm like trying to use my imagination and nothing's serving. You know, even though I could just whip something really plain Jane together, it's fun to be able to practice your skills so that when all of a sudden the moment arises where you really need to use those skills, it's nice that you got them practiced and sharp. See? Boom. There's our little grape. Get rid of that. Like the compass you got, I like it too. Cute little cheapo thing, you know? I like that it's metal. This is just like a little cast bronze little situation. I have a bunch of compasses. I use compasses like crazy here. Practice always make perfect, and maintaining it is perfection. Yeah. Right? There's no fun in plain Jane. And you know what? We're here to have fun, darn it. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Have fun. All right. We got our shape. Also, it's very ominous, like an eye. You know what I mean? What's Copper Dog doing? He just got back from some brave adventure, looks like. Okay, let's grab a piece of steel and cut this thing out, all right? I'll be right back. Yeah, that'll do. Easy. Now, the reason I'm gonna use 1/4 inch and not like half or, you know, something real thick, this is kind of a consumable part, and that's okay. Like I said before, it's almost like putting new tires on your car. You don't have to get rid of your car. You know what I mean? The Eye of Agamotto, yeah! We got some Skyrim nerds in here. That's awesome. I love that sphere, that armillary sphere, that arcane sphere that you, dude, it's so cool. Nice, nice, William. Good call. So doing a flange, well, forging a dome, that's easy stuff. But also forging a flange, a part of that is going to be a good little challenge for us. Something I haven't done in a little bit. So that should be good, tuning in those practices like we were talking about. All right, all I got to do is cut that guy out, and we'll do it together. Let me check in with the chat. Ooh, it's also from Doctor Strange. That's right, the Eye of Agamotto is the time stone. I was thinking of the Eye of Magnus. Oh my gosh, you're right. Sorry, I misspoke. How terrible of me. I do apologize. Yeah, the time stone. What stone would you guys want to have? Assuming you wouldn't misuse it. I'm watching you. Is that hair real? Could you imagine if it wasn't? That'd be weird. Of course it's real. That'd be wild. If I had like a wig on, could you imagine? Yeah. Grew it myself. Definitely not time. That's true. Time stone. Oh my gosh. Imperial Stormcloak. Oh man, both. I've done so many playthroughs with both. Well, these both have like, you know who the real enemy is, the Thalmor. Like, let's get real. They're, the whole conflict is just the symptom of them. They're the problem. You like the beard? Oh, thank you. I actually just got done trimming it up. I had my winter coat on, big old woolly beard, and now getting a little bit more springy, a little springtimey. Ooh, for historical regions, that's a fun idea. You gotta go see how they, built Stonehenge and the, just all the wonders. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool. You'd have to get really good at blending in, though. You need all of them? Oh, that's greedy. What's Copper Dog doing? Come here, buddy. You want to come say hi? He come whipping around the corner all excited. Look at him. That is Mr. Copper Dog. He's a good boy. Every shop needs a good shop dog, huh? Yeah, and you've been a faithful one for many, many years. Such a good dog. A new hand touches the beacon. Hey, that sword at the end of that quest is great. Dawnbreaker? Oh, man. Ooh, yeah. I wonder if you can, like, jump timelines with the time stone. That'd be weird. That gets real funky. That gets real funky real quick. Okay. Let's cut. Let's see here. I need to bring you like over here. Don't get dizzy. All right. I'm gonna grab a little stand. Two stands to be exact. Not a toucan. We're not talking birds. Two stands. Two stands, not two cans. All right. So I'm kind of full of dad jokes today. All right, let's bring that up a little bit higher. Oh, actually, it was kind of perfect where it was. It's all about getting comfy. Wherever you stand, it's nice having your arms at like 90 degrees. And there we go. So, this is where we cut. Whoa, you're drawing your toucan right now? Oh, that's weird. We were on the same wavelength. What happened to my new shop? Still trying to build it. We got the land right there. it's just going to cost me like a couple $100,000 to build it. It's crazy, isn't it? How much it costs to expand is just wild. We'll get there. We're going to get there. But it's taking longer than I hoped. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to cut. That'll be a piece of cake. Curious if my hoses will reach out here. Pull them out. Mac from Always Sunny. Oh, that's fun. We almost have the same name. There we go. All right, I'm going to get my tip cleaners. Open my cylinders. Okay. Got my tools. So, like, the real key to doing some really good oxy cutting, nice clean tips. Are you able to hide the chat? New Russian subscriber, nice to meet you too. Bro, make a kukri. That was actually I actually made a matching set of Damascus kukris back, God, when I was like a teenager. Yeah, kukris are cool. Honestly, I can make a kukri out of this. It's not good steel, but I mean, it's all just so easy. You know, this blades are just so god awful boring. It's just flat. You know what I mean? Now we're just cleaning our tip. Because what we're looking for is nice, consistent flow of gases. There's two gases to be specific. One oxygen in the center, and acetylene out the sides. And then there's like a mixture that kind of happens on those on the perimeters. Okay. Get my shade 5s on. I'm not just being fashionable. This flame is very bright. But yeah, let's do a quick little cut. So, that's just acetylene, right? Now you'll introduce oxygen. Easy as cake. Boom. Oh, you know what? This might be kind of cool for you guys. Here. Maybe it'd be fun to see from the bottom. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know if that'd be cool or not, but let's find out. You know what I mean? Done. See how easy that was? Let me sit you guys back up here. If I didn't get my phone too sparky. We'll let that cool down over there for a second, and we'll just continue to hang out. Evening from the UK. Oh, question. Have you ever forged a dragon with the claws, hold various fire things, etc., about 3 feet tall? Seems oddly specific. You have a thing in mind? I mean, forge a lot of little dragon claws, of course, you know. Don't need these anymore. But maybe in the UK, probably not. I don't know. Here, let me turn my gases off real quick. New to knife making? Awesome. It's a whole science of metallurgy. That's very good. What are we talking about today? We just did a little bit of cutting. Check out this cute little coal forge that's now running really great. Oh, of course. Oh, it was because it didn't want to be on its side. But yeah, we got her running nice. She's ready to forge. And since it's ready to forge, I'm making a little grate for the firebox so that all our coal doesn't just fall into the hole. Can't have that. No way, no sir. All right, let's wrap up our hoses. Use a nice tidy shop. It's pretty important to me. And I know it must sound awfully hypocritical because usually my shop looks like a bomb went off. But as much as you can manage it, it's good to have a nice clean shop. Or like kind of clean as you go sort of thing. Let's see. Let me grab. Got a little bit of coffee left. Finally got, hey Bradley, you got to the TV fast enough. Good deal. It's great to have you here, my friend. We're forging to forge. We're forging for a forge. Oh, it's kind of a tongue twister, isn't it? Let me grab a pair of tongues so I can nab that little piece of plate. And since this is, I don't know, a little part that no one is ever going to see, where are all my darn chisels at? There we go. I'm not too worried about cleanup. This is just going to be a nice, barbaric little forge. And so, because you can kind of see, there's a little bit of slag. A little bit of slag on the side of my cut. Okay? We don't want that. We want this thing to sit nice and flat into our fire pot. So I'm just going to take a chisel and run that off the side. It's so easy to get rid of. And just take my time and just get rid of, that little bit of slag. Plus, once I start forging this thing flat, that thing stands no chance to have any debris. Forge you were yeah, exactly. Andy, yes, it's the same exact little forge that was completely seized up that 1 week. And now it's purring like a kitten. We got it all lubed up. It's all happy. And now it's time. I'm going to be forged on this thing in no time, to be perfectly honest. Done. Perfect. Neat little shape, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to forge a little dome into this thing. It's going to be great. Can you make me a wood stove? I can make you anything. But I'm a little booked out. I'm actually booked out at the current moment, like several years. Isn't that crazy? I'm just grateful people are willing to wait for me. Getting cool, but it's not cool yet. We're just gonna let the anvil suck all of that heat out. Actually, let's see it here. Oh, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great on that little forge. Max, I got my press working 2 weeks ago. That's fantastic. Great to hear. Is it a hot forging press or is it a cold press? Where did I get the forge? It was a family friend of mine. He is a very equestrian type gentleman. So he is like, this was his farrier's forge for forging horseshoes. Horseshoes are tiny, so you don't need a big old honking forge like the ones I run for making like huge stuff. And but I'm gonna have to totally reconfigure the legs because I got like 9 inches on them, height wise. So I gotta bring this thing way up. 69 likes, nice, very nice. You can always email me. Ooh, what piece am I most proud of? Holy crap, I don't know. Pretty proud of the piece that I forged live in front of a bunch of folks in Washington. That was rad. I went in there with zero plan and I just free formed this crazy balancing kinetic sculpture, live action in like over a weekend. That was gnarly. I was forging like 2-inch bar down to just nothing. It was like molded candle wax. It was nutty. I'm very proud of that. Marty, don't break my achy breaky heart now. Wait a minute. Oh. The best figures are short. I mean, it's true. Like, because you're always having to hunch down and bend over. Like, that's not a tall guy trade, man. I'm new to your content. Really incredible. That means the world to me. Thank you. That means so much to me, truly. So we're about ready to fire up the forge. We don't need it cool. Fire up the forge. And what I want to start with is punching some holes. Punching holes because that's where all of our air is going to come out of. Now, hole layout, I think is actually quite intricate. You know what I mean? Where's our little guide at? You know what we could do? We should totally do layout. I was hemming and hawing about it, but we should totally do some layout. I'm gonna go about right in here. So here was our template that we just made, right? We're gonna start right there. And then I'm gonna have a center hole, and I think where we're gonna need is like somewhere in betwixt them. See, right? Looks like a bullseye. It's been too long since I saw one of your live streams. Hope you've been well. I've been great, and I hope the very same to all of you. I've been great. That was very kind of you to say. Things have been awesome. You know, things are insanely busy, which I'm deeply grateful for. Yeah, things are good. Now, let's see. Like my holes, I'm gonna be probably punching 3/8 holes, somewhere around in there. Right? Question is, what's my layout gonna look like? Do I want to do it in quadrants, or do I want to do things a little bit more hexagonal? Because I like hexes, especially utilizing a compass. Let's just do it. I already talked myself into it. You know, especially when it comes down to hexagons and such, so on and so forth, and such as. Will that be too close though? Let's see. Because I could do 12. Because that'd be a lot of holes. But I do want a good, steady amount of air. You know what I mean? Good airflow is really important for everything. You know, if you're running around and doing exercises, you need good airflow. To even, forging. Why are you different? What happened? How did I get off? Racer. Nah, I'll be all right. We're freeforming today. And I think that takes a lot of the pressure off, which I like. I'm not a big fan of pressure. Now I'm thinking of. So, what I was doing is on these quadrants, I'm utilizing a little bit of sacred geometry, really. Like here, let me continue the lines so you can understand what I'm actually doing here. And it's not proper sacred geometry, because sacred geometry is done in like hexes. This is all done in quadrants, right? You got this kind of like funny little flower shape, right? So that's where a lot of our, oh wow, that worked out perfect. I love when that happens. But that's where a lot of our layout is gonna kind of derive from. So let's get these down. Where's our piece of steel at? Let's just punch right through our card here. Which will also help us see the layout of the, of the piece itself. Healthier than yours? No, I doubt that. I'm sure yours is plenty healthy. So I'm marking the quadrants, making sure I don't, move my template anywhere, because I want this to be nice and clean, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is our great for our little coal forge. The no looky. All right, I'm going to show you here in a second what we've done. Is I'm just marking with a center punch, marking the steel below it, wherever a line intersects. Yeah, and I'm just going to hot punch a hole pretty much wherever I see fit, wherever I see a little center punch hole. You can see them very lightly. I'll probably come back over and really hammer them down. But yeah, wherever a line intersected, pow, we got our grate. Now, with that in mind, where do we want the second row? And I like the idea of the second row being relatively like in between where all these intersect. So I definitely want like center right there. Bam, right there. Absolutely. Oh, how interesting. See, I love like the little funny natural phenomenon that happen when you use compasses and geometry. Because some really funny things kind of start happening. Patterns that you didn't realize, especially when it comes to just overall design. It's great stuff. It's a great tool. This that I'm holding in my hand is one of like the most valuable tools of my shop, is a compass. See, look at these cool shapes that are just kind of miraculously taking shape. Shapes taking shape. And I'm using my center punch to find where my previous layout was, getting it aligned, holding it down. We're definitely going to do center. Oh, what am I making? I'm making a grate for this funny little coal forge that we got. It's new to me. It's not new to the world. It outdates me by like 80 years. Yeah, mainly just making this little grate. Now, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? So this is our grate as it is. So this will have a bit of a dome to it, right? Which will change the kind of the geometry of this whole thing. I'm thinking of maybe just doing 8, like so, connecting these, because I think it's going to be too tight. I think it might be a little too tight. Sorry you're late. Where you been, Paul? Come on. No, I'm teasing you. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe just doing the quadrants. I think that'll be plenty. I think that'll be enough. Find my center, get this thing straight. There we go. I'm making light marks into the steel, but look at that. Look at how nice that looks, right? Looks real nice, and then that's what we're gonna end up with. Okay? That's our layout. And now we're going to hot punch a whole bunch of holes into this darn thing. A whole bunch of holes into our grate. Okay, let's switch up our center punches. Let's upgrade our hammer a wee bit, right? A little bit more of a chunky guy. Let's upgrade our hammer. Yeah, yours, it's okay. Speaking of which, usually I have my like headphones and stuff in. It's a lot louder than it usually is. Let's see here. Here, I'll just, you know what? I'll just shut up. Let you guys just hang out as I do this. Almost. There we go. Bada bing. Easy peasy. So, now, as I look at this little grate, and you know, I like our little layout, and yes, my plan was to just punch some random holes in this thing, but you guys got me all inspired to, you know, do some proper design layout. And now I'm thinking, do I just drill these things? I might just drill them so that it like actually shows this nice consistency, because once I start hot punching all these things, the steel begins to move in funny ways, right? Once I start to establish that kind of honeycomb shape, a little bit of steel pushes that, a little bit of steel, and then I'm kind of chasing it all around. And now I'm like talking myself out of hot work here. So what do you guys think? Do I just drill these things? Would you be okay with me taking the easy way out? We're still gonna hot forge today. Don't you worry about that. We still gotta do the dome. So tingy, drill cleaner and more efficient. Charles, you got a really good point, buddy. You got a real good point. Oh, and I got my little water cup and all that all ready to go. You know, I feel like I'm letting even my damn self down. But you're right. Let's just drill these things. Let me go. Yeah, let's just go over here real quick. Let's see here. Get all this out of the way. Oh, and also one of our Sunday chats, we worked on that funny little drill press vise. And man, now it's working great. Also, when it comes to like the efficiency of your workspace, you got this little light that kind of swings around and whoop, there you go, boom. Can you guys see okay? All right, there we go. I gotta grab some stuff. I'm gonna be right back. All right, I'm coming back. Now, what size holes? I was planning on punching some, oh, I don't know, some like 3/8. Like, man, this is a mess over here. I gotta clean this up. All right, well, we'll take our little chamfer out of there. Right? For the time being, we're gonna use that here in a hot second. is I want the holes have got to be, you know, small enough to where they, you know, don't invite a bunch of coal and debris coming through, and not big enough to where like a lot of, or sorry, and then big enough so air goes through, and air doesn't require that much darn, you know, space. So I'm thinking of, what do I got here? And like a 1964, a real weird one. Actually, you know what? That's probably for a tap and die. I'm gonna set that aside. What do we got here? Like a 1/4 inch or a 3/8. Kind of perfect. What are you? Ooh, 5/16 might be perfect. Let's grab our little plate. Let me just kind of eyeball what that would even look like. Because these are pretty tight. These are pretty tight together, and I don't want to get that hot and lose that center out of there. You know what I mean? Once I get these two together. Actually, 5/16 might be a little bit too close. So I think we're looking at 1/4. A lot of these I've worn to just absolute bits. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball a lot of this. Yeah, that'll still be a little too close. That seems a little bit more appropriate. Some of these are in pretty rough shape because I've sharpened them 100 times. What are you? You know what? I think we got it. Okay, let's get that all out of the way. Nice and centered. Perfect. Let me get you set up. Let me get you in position. No, that ain't it. Yeah, somewhere in there. Tighten that up. So, one of our weeks ago, we made this little plate that helps guide this thing, and my goodness, it's working so much better. I don't even know if we even need this thing, because I want to be able to just kind of whip this out. Also, I didn't even check my sharpness. Yeah, we look good. I might be able to just actually get rid of her. Bring this guy over so I can just hold on to it. Ah, let's go. Also, disclaimer, kids, don't do this at home. Pretty please. Got vice grip hands. Just don't do what I'm doing, all right? Just be safe out there. just realized you guys might not be able to see what I'm even doing. Let me get you like all up, get all up in it. You know what I mean? Is that better for you guys? Let me see. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Oh yeah. Well, I got no room for my damn hands now. Here. Let me adjust. Let me adjust. I got this. Oh wait, maybe over here is better. Hey, don't give me that look. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, and I could zoom in maybe. Oh, the darn chat's in the way. Oh, looky there. Is that better? Nice. Okay, let's do it. Make sure I'm going to clean this thing out. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Nice, neat little layout. All right. Now, what we got to do, let's get rid of our trusty, cute little 1/4-inch drill bit. And here, let's do a little chamfer. Let's get real nice and clean. I was going to, just going to hot punch all of these. Let's make sure we're centered. Looking good. I was going to hot punch all of these guys. But you're right. This was way better, way faster, way more efficient. Just all of the things better. So, actually, let me show you what I'm going to do. So you see there's like what you call rag. You see that crap? We don't want any of that business. No, it's going to burn up. And what it's going to do is it's going to burn up in the forge and create little sparklers, like a sparkler. And that's going to falsely tell me that the steel is burning up. We don't want any of that crap. So I'm going to take all of this, off, and I'm going to show you what it'll look like here in a second. Isn't that nice? Look at that. That is so much better. Nice and smooth. I don't have to worry about any rag getting in there. What I need to do is I need to get like a cam that's like on my chest. So you're like in a little kitty carrier and you can see my POV because it's like playing whack-a-mole with all these little holes. It's actually quite satisfying. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can make some adjustments. Bear with me. We're making adjustments. I need you to look down. It's hard to do. Oh. Don't get dizzy. Ooh, there we go. That's something. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. There, okay. There we go. Let's get busy. Bada boom. Okay. Let's readjust you guys. Bear with me. Like I said, don't get dizzy. Hold on to something. All right, here we go. Back to the forge. There we go. There we are. Let me make some little adjustments here. There. Ha! No, too low. Wait a minute, I think I'm zoomed in. There we go. Okay, we're back. And look, a lot more holy than we were before. It's looking good so far. Yeah, it's a great little grate. Forgot we existed? Never. Oh, yeah, fun little belt buckle? Heck yeah. So, what I'm seeing here is I'm going to get plenty of oxygen up from this fire. So, look, this is what it looks like, in the pot itself. We're going to utilize these 2 bolts as our layout to pull that thing down. And now we're going to put a little bit of a dome into it. We don't have to, but what I'm hoping to inspire the clinkers, that sticky, glassy crap that coalesces in your coal forge, to kind of run off the sides, to kind of peel away so I can easily get it out of there and it's not going to clog up the pores of my grate. I get it now. I needed a visual aid. Perfect. Fun fact, Chuck Norris died in 1986. Death is just scared to tell him. Who doesn't love a good Chuck Norris joke? Tell me more, but I'm going to go get the propane forge warming up. All right? Actually, I'm just going to give that a toss in there. Let it start warming up in there. Okay, so probably don't need our water for this. But we will need this big old ring. And I'll tell you why here in a little bit. Yeah. So we're good. So, to make a dome, we got a couple tools here. Oh, this is JHM anvil. They're great, I love them. So, to make a really good dome, it helps to have a ring. This is a big toe ring that I turned into kind of a makeshift hardy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little rounding hammer here in the inside of that and give it a little bit of a dish, which once flipped over, it'll actually become something very different, right? And if I need to, I have this ball that I can, shape over the top of, but mainly we're gonna be using this ring. Well, that's fun. Love that. Anyways, yeah, let me check back in with the chat here. Yep. It is. Yeah, it's in Texas, exactly. Thanks for answering, chat. All right. Got my tongs, everything I need. Easy. And I think I'm going to start over the ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock that thing into place with the dog. This is a dog. It goes in my hardy hole. There we go. What's in your teeth? Today, we had coffee. Probably a little bit too much coffee, but that's all right. Okay. No, this will be great. Just come, hold fast. Yeah, hold fast work as well. Kelsey, no. All right, here we go. Well, we're not ready to forge just yet. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a very gradual little dish in that to inspire the clinkers to go away. I know, did you see? Oh, I know, I was like, I'm not gonna dwell on it. We got more. But yeah, it just took a little bit more abuse than it could handle. The doggies broke, but hey, we got more. You know, dogs are just, they come and go. Oh, now I'm gonna break my damn heart. Ooh, where's Copper Dog? She's welded really quick. Very well could. We could forge weld it. But honestly, I'm just gonna turn it into something else. Probably maybe a drift. It's just good steel. What are the speakers saying? I used to listen to music in here. I should get rid of them. But I used to listen to a lot of music here loud, but now I listen to headphones. I know. Got a little bit too aggressive on her, but that's all right. I tell you what though, that dog has gone through a lot. A whole lot. And it shows. Oh yeah, just making it great for this neat little coal forge. Neat little coal forge. Let's see here. So yeah, I'll be forging like right here. Should be great. Oh, what else? What I'm gonna need? I'm gonna need a flatter, or we'll see if I need it or not. Just gonna get all the things I might need. How am I? I'm great. How are you? I hope you guys are all having a great day. Do I have a fly press? No. I don't have room for one, but God, I'd love one. They're great, handy things. Let's see how that grate's doing. Still needs a little bit more time. I missed a joke? Never. You're snowed in? Oh, well, I hope you're nice and cozy and warm. Missed a purchase request? If I missed something, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. I'm in Paso Robles, California. The day electricity goes out, he'll have a job. Oh yeah. Good job security. Sometimes, oh wait, it doesn't catch on fire, it just kind of sizzles. You know what I mean? If you had one, you could put the ball on top and the ring on the bottom of the dome that way. Yeah, you can. Yeah, like I could. Like that, you know? But I'm just gonna strike with my random camera. Easy stuff. When Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, he had 2 missed calls from Chuck Norris. Oh, that's great. That's great. You guys were snowed in High Point, North Carolina. Loved watching you work. I'm so happy. It makes me so happy. Well, hopefully you're nice and cozy, enjoying some work. Wondering if I could place an order for a good set of drift and chisels. I don't do much tool making. There's some great creators out there that will set you up for sure. I just make the tools that I need. I definitely in the arts is where I got to keep my brain going. Only subscribe to Real Artists. I'm so grateful. I'm deeply grateful for that. Thank you. Wow, appreciate that. Let's see if our grate is hot enough. Let's go find out. for the first heat. All right, let's get in there. All right, you see? I'm gonna do one more heat of that. Now, if you notice, I'm very light hits. I don't have to get on it at all. Like it's just kind of guiding the steel where I want it to go. The algorithm is algorithming. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're happy. And you guys are from all over. That's great. I love your imagination and artistic creation. I like those 2 doors you did a few years ago. Yeah, mobile. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah, a bunch of North Carolinas. That's great. Welcome, guys. Let that go for another heat. Yeah, and just keep rounding that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to undo that a little bit for those flanges, those little ears that are going to attach to the coal forge itself, right here. And then that's when we'll actually get to know our layout, this point in between these two. Know what I mean? Germany, awesome, welcome guys. Let's see how she's doing. Yeah, looking real nice. Switch it around. So, I like our dome. I like it. I can do a little bit more. A little bit more. Now, the reason why I'm going a little bit more than I usually would is because I'm gonna have to undo a little bit of it to make this flange nice and flat. Actually kind of curious. Yeah. Okay, so we got that measurement if we need it, right? So I'm gonna get this hot again and we're gonna go to the flattening table. Actually, I could do it right here on the anvil. Flatten this out pretty much to that right there, okay? You know what? I might even give you guys a little bit of a tilt so you can see what the heck I'm even doing. Whoa, whoa. There we go. My Scottish or Irish, I believe both. Just a big old mutt. Just a big old mutt, you guys. Where's my water at? And I like it that way, you know? It's great being a mutt. All right, so we're gonna be down on the anvil here. Cool. Totally worthy. Whoa, we're worthy of what? What does that even mean? Like Mjolnir? Oh, that'd be great. How cool would it be to be like, you know what I mean? All right, where's my good? Yeah, there she is. There she is. This is my everyday Little hammer right here, I love her. Yeah, it's good things being mutts, you know? All right, I bet you we're hot enough. We're gonna be right here. Perfect. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the heel of my hammer and kind of scoring in this radius. Then we're gonna, Then we're gonna do the same to this side. And we're just gonna slowly work that steel to where it needs to go. Forging Mueller? Oh, heck yeah. No gloves? No gloves, never. No gloves. Well, unless I'm doing like welding or something like that, but no gloves. I need to feel what's happening. Iron cup. Oh man, have you guys ever seen that cool glass mug that I did a while ago? Oh man, that thing was cool. I loved that piece. Yeah, so when you've been doing it for like 20, 25 years, you just get good at not getting burned. It's like, you know, making tortillas or doing anything, you know, baking, you know, knowing what's hot and knowing how to avoid getting burned. It's all right. Ooh, how is the railing job coming? It's going good. It's been static because I've been working on a lot of meetings, and guys, some really fun things coming down the line. I cannot wait to share with you guys. Come on! So close. But I've been working a whole lot in meetings, and also, of course, with the Zodiacs. This has been totally stagnant for like a month, and I can't wait to get back to it though. Burn all your nerve endings, yeah. Yeah, you get a lot more immune to heat for sure. Ooh, what is my neck? I still need to do a giveaway. I want to do another limited release soon. Let's get some hot steel. There she is. I'm just clipping little bits. Really kind of delicate. There we go. See, we're almost flat. You see, what we can have is that little bit of a belly. So we need to just get that nice and flat. But what I've done is I've chipped in with the corner of my hammer, chipped in a little bit of that radius so that we're maintaining that dome, which, who knows, we might put a little bit more back into it and just like work it as we go. I'm gonna get hot again. All right. What is that, a nut cup? Could be a little cod piece. It's a little small, but yeah, no, so for those of you that are just joining us, this is for this little forge here we got up and running, but we can't just have this little hole that would allow all of our coal to drop into. This is a grate. I'm forging a little grate for this thing. It's gonna be great. There we go. All right, let's go. There, and you know what? Before I forge again, I might zoom in a little bit for you guys. Like that. Would that be cool? I don't know. Yeah, I'll try that. Am I going to temper it? No. That thing's gonna go through so much heat fluctuation in its life as a tool. It's gonna be getting super hot, then just room temperature and back again. You know, and this is one of those things that is a bit of a consumable. And that's okay. It's like tires on your car, like I said. So, I'm sure we're hot. Let's get back to it. I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. And here we go. Bringing that edge around. So I don't want anything getting underneath this grate. This little grate. And it needs to be nice and flat. So, this would totally function to what we're intending it to do at the present moment, once I take these bolts out, right? But it's feeling a little shallow. You know, it's not like it's consumeristic or anything, it's just feeling a little shallow in the dish. So I'm gonna bring that dish out a little bit further again, and then get it flat again. It's like the age-old 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, it's like kneading dough. What is one? This is one nice big piece of iron. Bring out the hitch. That's right. What the hell is that? J. Powell, what is that? 6'7". Man, my nephews are starting to say that, and boy almighty, that's tough. Should use tungsten. Tungsten would probably function well. I'm curious if it was too hard. Because it's gonna get, bumped into by steel and laid upon by all sorts of stuff. Tungsten would be cool. Tungsten's a tough thing to work with. All right, probably getting pretty darn close. All right, so let's get rid of our forging hammer. Let's bring back out our rounding hammer. It'll survive. It's true. It's just moving the stuff. It's like glass, you know? All right, here, I'll be right back. Oh, here. Let me zoom you back in. There we go. This doesn't take too much energy. Give it a flip. Get that nice and flat again. We'll do another heat. What the hell's going on there? Woo! There we go. Oh yeah, the heat from the steel, nothing like it. It's true. There's just nothing like hot steel, guys. You guys leave a like? Oh, that's sweet of you to say. What a great suggestion. Is it cold out? It was this morning. Definitely was this morning, but now it's warming up. Sun's out. It's beautiful. All right, this might just be our last little heat. Yeah, so we can put our rounding hammer back, right? Tidy as we go. It's just like cooking. What's the meaning of your bracelet? So this, it's funny. When it's like known for, copper on your wrist is known to said to be good for arthritis and boosting collagen and so on and so forth. And it's funny because you think that my right hand would be the one needing it, right? It's my left. Because even through tongs or whatever I'm working on, all that vibration comes into my left hand. Whatever this hand can produce, a lot of this one receives it. And when I'm working with a real big hammer, and I'm talking real big hammer on something cold, all of that vibration comes in. So word on my left to prolong my work. Am I a pugilist? No, I'm a pretty peaceful guy. I'm a real peaceful guy. Do you believe that copper helps pain? I don't know. It was a gift, and it was worth throwing it on. But yeah, it doesn't hurt putting it on, so I gave it a shot. But isn't that your right hand? Oh, so the image must be flipped for you guys. This is my right, this is my left. All right, let's grab some steel. Oh yeah, here, let me, actually, what if I brought you even higher? What would happen? Would that, yeah, you see? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna kill the forge because I already know this is our last little, here we go. I'm just using that, just the tip of my hammer to set that shoulder down, you know what I mean? It's just like easy, kind of like beginner style work. But it's always good to jump back in it. I'm just making sure that along these edges, yeah, like see right there, I'll make sure that's set really nice and low. Nice and flat. Because I want to control where that air is coming from. All right, let's break these edges. Just a nice little cleanup, you know? Now that's a lovely little part. Yep. Let's see here. Just a little cleanup. Okay. Just a sweet little Sunday project, right? A great little grate for a little forge. Look at that cute little thing, right? We got our layout. from earlier. You know what I mean? Got that all done up. Watch how fun this is going to be. Ooh. I don't know why that's so entertaining. Sweet shower drain. I mean, it's based on the very similar principle. Same exact principle, but it goes here. It goes to this neat little forge that we just were given to us, and that drain will go right here so that our coal doesn't fall in. But all that oxygen, all that great oxygen is able to pour through there and create one heck of a good little fire. And there we go. Just see, Google William John. I have a doppelganger out there? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? William John. Well, now I'm curious. William John. William John. All right, I will go check him out. Oh, William Story, not the, wait. It's not the story of William John. It's William John Story. Got it. Okay, well, that'll probably help me. Ooh, that's a great question. Am I going to put clay liner in that forge? That's such a good question. Pretty much like a refractory. No, I'm not. A lot of times I have, like in that main forge that I use, yeah, I did a big refractory situation and it works great because but this come here. This is going to be like a little mobile forge that I'll be using for like hot riveting, that type of thing when I'm on site because it's all collapsible. And what I'll be able to do is just get bands hot. I can get, rivets hot, and I can install work through, proper blacksmithing on site. And I think that's going to be a sweet little thing to add to the workshop. So yeah, I'm excited to fire this thing up. Hey, should the maiden voyage of this cute little forge be next Sunday chat? It looks like it's not flat on the forge. Yeah, because I don't have these bolts. These bolts up. It was sitting on these bolts. So I'm going to use these bolts here as my layout across these little flanges, right? Just like so. But once these are off, but these bolts are holding up the entire mechanism down below, so I don't want to pull those off and deal with all that just yet. So I'm going to pull these out, get my layout for my holes, and it'll sit really nice and flush. Good eyes. Take it with you for a Renaissance festival. Yeah, see, like a great little mobile forge is going to be nice. Also for teaching classes. Like I love doing field trips for kids and stuff. My favorite's the Girl Scouts because they're like 9 and they're forging hot steel. They just eat it up. It's the best. It just makes me so happy to see them really excited about kind of something new they didn't realize they had access to, Great work. Well, thanks. Yeah, this is just some real easy Sunday forging. You know what I mean? Nice and easy. When was the first time I kissed a man? Have yet to do so, but hey, never say never, you know what I mean? But I think my wife would have to sign off on that one. Good question. Gotta run and see you later. Paul, thanks for stopping in, my friend, to another episode of just farting around in the shop. Thanks for everyone for hanging out with me. So I think next Sunday chat 2 weeks from today, she takes her maiden voyage. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And there you go. See? Put them to work. They might learn something too. Even better yet. We're down a dog, but we always make more. Those are easy. But we're up a great little grate. Can almost touch it. Still a little hot. But neat little forging, you know. You're an awesome person. Definitely got a subscriber. Hey. Is it Felipe? Thank you. Like that means the world to me. I'm so happy to have you on board. You know, and there's a whole lot of content waiting for you. Go check that out. I hope you just have a terrific Sunday. Kick your feet up. Do whatever you need to do. And just enjoy yourself, you know. Yes, sir. Thanks. Hey, cheers, my friend. Just subscribed. Oh, God, we got 2 of them. You guys, I'm going to be wearing this smile all day. You guys got me grinning. You guys got me just over here grinning like a fool. Wow. I appreciate all of you. You still do D&D? Do I still do D&D? D&D is my favorite darn thing to do. Well, second thing to do. First probably forging, you know. But yeah, it's definitely still doing the D&D. If you guys are ever curious about Dungeons & Dragons, get out there. It's a lot of fun. Hey, just subbed? We got 3 of you. Anime Studios, well, welcome. Yeah, do not disturb. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. All right, William John Story. I'm going to look him up. But as I do so, guys, I want you to all have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Have a great day. What the hell was that? Felipe, get out of town. What was that? You don't need to be doing all that. Goodness me. Oh, don't touch that. Looks like you came out of Skyrim. Chopper, well, that's a huge compliment. My goodness. But I want to tell you guys, I'm very grateful for this community. You know, hang out in the Discord, go meet each other, you know. It's a good place to be. And if you want more of all of this, you know, maybe think about becoming a member, or the Patreon gets you a lot. You get a lot in the Patreon. If you want to learn how to blacksmith from me, there's a whole the online apprentice program if you want it. Oh, what am I making? Well, I just got done forging a great little grate for this cute little forge that we just inherited. Yeah, this cute little forge that we can use for demonstrations and stuff off site. It's gonna be great. Anyways, you're a little kid? Well, welcome. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't discriminate against age. Welcome. Pull up a seat. You going to live stream your next D&D session? Oh, probably not. I don't know. I'm a little bashful for that. You know, I'm a little bashful. Ooh, you doing interior finish work and concrete work. That's great. Hey, honestly, having a little bit of blacksmithing and just understanding metallurgy a little bit goes a long ways. It's great to have in any, especially a craftsperson's, tradesman's toolbox. It's great to have some steel work in your, another arrow in your quiver, another feather in your cap. You know what I mean? You bend a little tin, yeah. It all coincides. It all once you start to understand how metal wants to move around, it all makes sense. It all kind of affects itself. All right, here we go. Chuck Norris once pissed in a gas tank of a semi-truck as a joke. That truck is known as Optimus Prime. Autobots. Oh, and with that, I think we got to close out the day. I'm going to go kick my feet up with the wifey. We might watch some shows. I don't know. But I just want to wish you guys a real happy Sunday. You know, wherever you are in this big, beautiful world of ours. You know, if you're, back east, I saw there's a bunch of North Carolinians here. I hope you stay nice and warm. You know, I hope the power holds out and you guys maybe have some good old snowball fights with me in mind, because I love a good snowball fight myself. I just hope you have a real good day. You know, I love you guys. Don't forget to love each other. That's most important, okay? Do something kind for someone today. And I'll see you guys next time. We'll do the maiden voyage of this cute little forge here pretty quick. All right, everyone, get out there and strike true. Bye-bye. Later, folks. Bye-bye.